Okay, I'm ready. Theme song.
Matt and Jimmy's podcast.
Season 2.
Metal.
So is this where we start?
This is where
Here?
I think this is where we start.
Okay, cool. What's up, guys? Welcome to another edition, another fun, exciting... That's really all I have. Another edition of the Soldiers of Fortune podcast. I am Matt.
I'm Davey.
You are Davey. Still
Yeah.
Dave. That's cool. All right.
Still.
Kept that name, right?
I mean, everybody already calls me that anyway, so
Yeah.
it's just easier.
Except Ed Pietrowski called you Davey Jones.
We'll get into that.
We were going to talk about the year in review.
The concept for Season 2 is Soldiers of Fortune's 2018 retrospective.
Year in review.
That's right.
A lot has happened this year. I feel like 2017 was such a...
It was kind of a down
It was a down
year.
year.
Down
It
year.
was kind of stagnant, if you will. And that's one of the reasons we were able to make so many podcasts. So that was
Exactly,
fun.
'cause
We got to
didn't have
jam a
shit
lot
else
more.
going on.
You want to have something to be doing and look forward to. And this year we had something big to look forward to.
Right, so as on other podcasts and other live performances we've done, we talk about how we've gotten the opportunities to play in showcases at the House of Blues restaurant. With other artists, you know, Brian, of course, Brian Russell, we talk about him all the time. Amanda Mealy, she's just wonderful.
She's awesome.
Eugene Ray.
Yep, Eugene's up there.
If you know Brian and Brian vouches for you, that will get you everywhere.
Yeah, and
Oh my
Brian.
God,
Yeah,
like-
Brian was our way in there. Kind of, he connected us with the folks at House of Blues, and then recommended us to play at one of these local showcases. And good on House of Blues as well for wanting to
Get some
reach
local
out
guys
to
some
local
talent.
artists and make sure people who live here or maybe traveling here get exposed to what Myrtle Beach music has to offer, which it has to
Exactly.
offer a lot, honestly.
It
If
really
you don't go out to local places and see some of these local artists, not even including ourselves, oh, they were awesome. You should, because there's so much awesome talent in this town. We're really lucky to be able to play a couple of times, and we played 3 times at the restaurant, right?
Yeah.
Last year, about this time at the restaurant,
Yeah.
the whole deal was to kind of see, they were looking for folks they wanted to open for artists who came to the main stage of House of Blues.
Brian opens a lot for tribute act. You know, Brian kind of asked offhand. He goes, "Hey, you know, they want some fresh blood opening for some of these tribute acts. If you don't mind, I'd like to throw your name in the hat."
We had a little bit of an idea that we might be playing there, but it was
Right.
not anything set in stone.
Yeah, it was just okay, cool. He's gonna give our names to him,
Yeah.
and maybe something will come of that, maybe not.
I was way
My
more
phone-
optimistic than you were.
Right? Yeah, I'm not expecting it.
Yeah, I'm thinking like, okay, this is gonna happen, because that's how I am, and that's how
I'm
we
like,
work.
I'm not getting my hopes up.
Dave's prepared for the worst. Turns out, I was right.
We get an email while we're watching baseball. Brews,
Yeah.
crushing some hot dogs.
Yeah.
and actually corn dogs.
I think I had nachos that night.
I like ballpark food.
Well, the Pelican Stadium's got like a whole grill.
Food is
area.
amazing,
Their food's
actually.
really good, yeah.
Pelican Stadium does great
But,
food.
and
So
watching
I'm
some
drinking and watching
baseball.
baseball, and my phone goes ding, and I'm like, oh, I got an email. It's from the House of Blues saying, hey,
Come on down.
we'd like to schedule you guys for a date to open up for a tribute act.
Yeah,
And
they wanted a date with us. Is what
they wanted a date. They wanted a date. I'm like, hey, we are a package deal, right?
Yes,
You date
we
one of us,
come
you both.
together.
It's always, in every sense of the word.
But we got that email. I mean, we were both like, absolutely get. I don't
Floating
remember
out
the
of our
baseball
seats.
game at all because. We
Yeah,
were
I don't
just-
know who they played. I don't know whether they lost or whether they won.
I think I know where
was
we were
excited.
sitting. We kept looking at each other and being like, hey.
We're gonna play
Play House of Blues. I mean, for us, and we've been talking about it before. When we got the dates at the restaurant, we were talking about how many artists we've seen who we love play on that stage. I've seen Counting Crows, I've seen Goo Goo Dolls, I've seen a lot of bands I love. You've seen other
Breaking
bands,
Benjamin,
yeah.
Pat Benatar, Evan
Bands you
McCain,
love.
Sister Hazel, Steel
Bruce
Panther.
Hornsby,
Oh
all
my
sorts of
God,
people that
so many
I
people.
respect as musicians and look up to. They've played that stage, and now we are being invited to play that same stage,
It's
and that was just
weird.
mind blowing.
Yeah.
And I have been performing public speaking for most of my life at this point in some form, like playing music on TV or what have you. I was nervous for that one.
I was
'cause
too.
There was so much unknown. I can walk up on a stage and command the stage, play the songs, and entertain the crowd, and I wasn't worried about that part. Everything leading up to it was so like, whoa.
I had never
this
done
is
anything
real.
like that and didn't know what all went into it. And, so we get the email, and it's like, here's some opening acts. Which one would you like to go for? Tuesday's gone. A Leonard Skinner tribute band. And I go, you know what? We can open for them.
Oh yeah.
We have tons of country, southern tinged kind of stuff. We do Tennessee Whiskey. Simple Man, which obviously you're not going to do Simple
Yeah,
Man
we don't
opening
wanna
for a
steal
Skinner
their-
tribute band
steal
because
their
they're
thunder.
going to do Simple Man.
Right.
We had stuff in that vein. Got the date all set up, and then had to figure out how much time we were going to have, and then we came up with our little set list
Yep.
and got that all figured out and had some practice times and timed ourselves. And
And that part's all sort of normal for us. I mean, when
yeah,
we get
we're used
together,
to
we
figuring out
plan
how much
what
time
we're
do we
gonna
have, how many songs can we play, what
Right.
do we want to do. I'm fanatical about having, like, if we're going to play a long set, I'm fanatical about having everything in order already. I don't want to have to think while I'm doing anything.
Yeah.
I want the set list already made ahead of time. I
And
don't
want
like
him
to
think
wing it.
ahead of time so that I don't have to think at all.
I don't like to wing it. Matt does,
I
so if I can take any of the decision making as far as like the set list and stuff away,
Yeah.
then it feels like you're winging it, even
Right.
though we're not.
It was when we pulled up to the artist area in the back, and the tour bus out there with the other for Tuesday's Gone, and we walk in that back door. That I've always walked in the front door of the House of Blues, and just as a musician, as somebody who grew up playing music in my basement, this is the moment that you really dream of, and I was just surreal. We walked in there, and they're like, "Okay."
Through the door, the security guard is at the door, and he sees us, and we tell him who we are, and he gives us wristbands, and I get to go in the same door that I saw Taylor Momsen come out of before I got my picture taken with her after the Pretty Reckless concert.
Nice. They're like, "All right, the green room's up those stairs." It's where the artists kind of wait.
It's not green.
It is not green.
Not green.
Some
Neither
maybe.
one of them.
Neither of these were. But that's where the artists wait to go on stage. They kind of have, there's a bathroom in there, there's a refrigerator, whatever you need is up there. There were sodas in the fridge, and we could look out. And I don't know if you've ever been to the House of Blues in Myrtle Beach, but you see the little windows up top to the left and the right of the stage, and that's where we could look down onto the stage, and we saw Tuesday's Gone warming up and doing their sound check.
Yeah, and it was just the whole stage
just
set up and all that kind
surreal.
of stuff. It was crazy.
And
I look up and try to figure out who's up there watching the band every time. And now we're up there, and I know what that looks like to be inside it, and it was cool. And we met the guys from Tuesday's Gone. They invited us to have come into their green room. We got to meet them and offer us beer and all that kind of stuff. And it was really cool.
It was awesome.
Yeah. House of Blues had the little menu for pick what you want.
Artist menu. Yeah, it was just cool. I mean, we're nerding out on it, but I mean, it was pretty neat.
Usually we show up at a bar, and maybe we get free drinks, maybe we get some food, or maybe we're just getting some cash we'll use to pay for the drinks and food that we're gonna have.
Exactly.
But to be taken care of like you're somebody is a totally alien experience to us.
Definitely was weird.
I knew on some level that it is a thing that happened, but I did not expect them to extend that to us. I
mean, we were the opening act.
That was cool. It was really cool. We got to hang out and kind of freak out. And I think we were a little bit of opposite minds when it comes to pre-show versus during the show. Before the show, you're calming me down. I'm jittery. I'm so excited. I just want to run all over the place, and I want to go down the stage. I want to play the set and get it over with because I'm fucking terrified right now. What am I going to mess up? It's going to sound bad, and it's going to be my fault, and I'm going to ruin everything, and Matt's never going to speak to me again, and all of these people are going to be like, stay away from Soldiers of Fortune. I'm unliking them on Facebook, and they fucking suck. And then the House of Blues people are going to be like, you guys are terrible, and you're never coming back. And I'm just like, I want to get it over with. And
none of that happened,
that.
baby.
And none of it happened. It was great.
Happened.
You were trying to calm me down the whole time, and I'm just like,
that's my default position, because when I'm trying to calm you down is when I'm actually trying to calm myself down.
Right.
Because I just have the face of like, okay, we're gonna be fine.
Yes.
Freaking the hell out, but.
Well, see, for me, the poker face doesn't kick in until shit actually gets real. I will be jittery and nervous until it's go time. Then I have my shit together.
Yeah, and when we did the sound check, we went out there and there's obviously nobody there, and we're sound checking, and that's the first time we'd stood on the stage at that point and gone out there.
And kind of stand there with a big shit-eating grin going,
yeah.
I'm on
and I don't remember the sound check either because of that. It was just sort of like, and it was maybe 30 seconds.
They plugged us in and they told you just to hit an open chord. So I just strum a G chord really hard, and it's the loudest my guitar's ever been.
Oh, yeah.
And I had a tingly feeling. I had my toes to the top of my head. And I was like,
another
that's
thing
cool.
that you dream about when you're a kid is hearing your guitar through amps like that. The sound check was maybe 45 seconds because they didn't have any time for the opening band to get their stuff together.
We did that.
But yeah, we went upstairs, ate, and met everybody else. But the real time where my heart was racing was when we were walking down those stairs.
I remember watching us walk down the stairs. I don't remember doing it. I had sort of a dissociative experience.
Yeah, I did too.
They're like, all right, guys, you got, we're 5 minutes. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And I looked out the window. And what did it for me was I looked out the window down at the thing. Whenever they open doors, like 5 minutes after doors open, and there's like 6 or 8 people milling around. I was like, oh, yeah, obviously nobody's going to be here for the opening act of a tribute band. 5 minutes before we take the stage, I throw back the curtain and look, and it's fucking packed. Tuesday's gonna have a whole bunch of people, and they are punctual.
Yeah, well, they're really good too. So
it's a packed house. They knew they were going to have a great show. It's very popular songs, especially Leonard Skinner songs in South Carolina. Come on. I think I couldn't stop myself from going, holy shit. And you go, what? And I'm like,
I didn't look,
we got a
by
packed
the way.
house.
I didn't want to look until you said it. Okay, and then I looked.
Like, we got a packed house, and then you look, and then it got real. And I was like, oh, God. We're walking down the steps, and I know I'm going down the steps, but it kind of feels like I'm floating higher and higher. And I'm like, why are we going down the steps? Where are my feet taking me? Why are there walls here? The sound guy sees us and goes, all right, guys, are you ready? And then everything kind of focused back in
he
tunnel
handed,
vision style.
I think he handed me a water bottle
Yes,
that I
yes,
don't
he
know
handed
if
us water
I
bottles.
ever drank anything of it. I intended to take my sandals off, never took them off.
Never did. No,
I think
forgot
you
everything.
did, but I did
No,
not.
no, I had mine on too. I forgot.
and-
We played it. It was cool. It was
we
pretty
messed up a
rad.
couple times, but I mean, a lot of performing is just, especially with a crowd like that and they're drinking, and they're coming out for a Leonard Skinner show. Your job is just to
Keep them
entertained,
entertained,
keep them drinking, and having
Give
a
them
good
some
time, like
background
anywhere
noise while they
else.
get
So
drunk.
you kind of get the venue out of your head and just kind of do your thing. And
I remember it, I think, a bit more clearly than you. I distinctly remember walking on stage and making sure the set list was right.
I just remember being so deliberate trying to, because like we play like run around, things like that require me to kind of be very exact with what
Where
I'm
you have
playing.
to focus on what you're doing and
Yeah.
not on what I'm doing because
Yeah.
I'm going to fuck you up.
Exactly.
Right. That was an interesting challenge, but it was great. It was like the
was
most
fun.
fun I've ever had
Yeah.
playing music anywhere because we got to play on the main stage at the House of Blues
Yeah, like
where
I
all our
said.
freaking heroes have been.
Yeah, I still can't believe that
It was
happened.
phenomenal.
All our friends came out, and families came out, and
And we got a
to
great
watch us
audience
play,
response,
and,
not just from the
Yeah.
8 people that were there to see us, but all the other people around too.
yeah, everyone had,
It
had
was
a great time.
it was
so.
it was fun. It was a whole lot of fun.
Yeah.
And if you missed it, which you probably did, because again, I can count on both hands the number of people that actually came out. Shame on you, motherfucker. No,
Next
but
time.
just yeah, we always wrap up with a song. So how about we wrap up with the one video of an entire song that we have, which is, you know, our smash hit #1 single on top of the Soldiers of
Amongst
Fortune charts.
people who like us.
Yeah, it's your boys.
Yeah, we just want to show you,
live,
hey, this actually
living their
happened.
dream.
Yeah.
It really happened. It actually occurred where we said it did, and we
Mm-hmm.
have video proof. So here's Pass the Whiskey live at the House of Blues.
Like, subscribe, do all that stuff, share it, boom, see it.
Lost my job today. Don't know what to say. Boss told me he don't need me around here anymore. Tossed me out the door. Now I'm in this bar waiting here, waiting for whatever comes next. Don't know what to do. Sit here and sing the blues. Oh, but you know this truth, so won't you turn around and help me when I say
2.